So let me tell you this, and then I'll take some calls. This is Manhood Hour. And yesterday I ran into someone I know who is an adult male now. And they're in their late 30s, crawling over into 40s. And so I went, hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm fine. How you, Jesse? All is well? I asked, did you ever move out from your mother? No, I still live there. Almost 40 years old. And still living with mama. Guys, males, that ain't normal. That is not normal. There are more and more males past 18 living with their mothers. In some cases, the father lived there too. Normally, the father would not allow that to happen. But, so that, that's a weak father, right? A beta father. But there are more and more males living with their mothers than any other time in the history of America. And they're pretending that they don't know that something is wrong with that. Your mothers, and then your weak fathers who are in the cases where the fathers live there too, have done a number on you. They'll switch the role. Any man that's living at home with mama and you're past 18, you're a girl. You're a beta woman, beta female. And so what I realized is that in the homes, the guys are being raised like girls and the girls are being raised like guys. That's why the girls tend to leave first now and go out and get jobs and do their thing, buy homes and stuff. And the guys still sitting at home waiting like he's waiting for a man to come and marry him and take him away from mama. In the good old days, I'm honestly telling you the truth. In the good old days, when boys were boys and men were men were taught to leave home after 18. They were prepared. They were taught to work. They weren't taught to go to some dumb college. They were taught to work and to be independent. If you want to go to college, it's on you, right? And the girls were taught to wait until a man come and marry them and take them off. So it used to be the other way around when the girls would stay home to wait for a man to come and get her. They pass you on from the father girls to your husband. And you're protected by your husband, right? And it was normal, no problem. No. Now the guys are waiting for a man to come and get them and marry them and take them away from mama so they'll be safe. And they're moving to the woman home like a girl in waiting on her husband. In this case, they're waiting on the woman, and some guys are waiting on the man, but they're waiting on the woman to come and take them from mama. It used to be the other way around, and now the guys are gladly taking the girls' roles. Women don't even respect that. Females don't respect guys who are living at home with mama. Now, they'll pretend they do so they can control you too. And the mothers who are doing this to their sons are wicked. Those are evil women. They don't love you. You should not be living at home with mama past 18, guys. That's a girl way of growing up. It's not manly. When I and my uncles and others growing up, we knew we were leaving home at 18. We had no other choice. Well, where am I going, mama? My grandmother would say, I don't know. I don't care. But you leave it here. We prepared you. We teach you. We were growing up. Like, we teach you to work, teach you to be responsible. Because as an 18-year-old man, you got to go. But the guys are living with mama, and they're comfortable, it look like. Some of them are depressed doing it because they feel a sense of hopelessness. I know men like this in their 60s, late 60s now, and they're living at home with mama, and they're depressed. They're on anti-medication, all kinds of stuff, and they hate mama. And the more they hate her, the more they're stuck with her. I would suggest you guys forgive your mothers and grandmothers and move away. And I went through hard times when I moved out to L.A. because it was a major city. I'm coming from the country. But I never thought about going back home. Maybe one time I may have thought about it when I first moved here, but I never thought about going back home or giving up or going back and being a girl at home. Any man that's living with his mother or grandmother and you're an adult male, you're a girl. It's something wrong. And I don't blame you for that happening to you, but I blame you as an adult of not overcoming it. You're not supposed to be living at home with mama past 18. Mama set you up for that. That's why she didn't teach you to work and be independent. She treated you like a baby because mama wanted to marry you. And those guys who are living with their mother, you're their boyfriends and husbands. They'll put your father out before they put you out. Guys, y'all need to wake up and stop being angry. Overcome anger. That's your mother's identity as well. The world needs you to be strong. And mother, you guys need to be ashamed of yourself that you're so wicked you would do that to your sons. Turn them into little females. I literally know a guy who was in his late 60s now. His mother had 2 daughters and him. The mother taught the daughters to get married, get an education, get away. But she taught the son to be a girl. He's taking care of mama, and he's miserable. The girls won't even help hardly with mama. And I tried to warn this guy when he was young, you need to get away from mama. And he reminds me of it all the time now, but you're making it's evil at work. It's not love. Mama don't love you. Any mother that allows their sons to stay with them past 18 hates you. They don't love you. That's not love. That's hate. Emotional love is not love. It comes from hatred. And the fathers who are allowing this to happen are wicked as well. They're mama's boys. Your mama is your father's mama. Even though he's married to her, he can't have her. The world needs you to be men. You were created in the image of God so that God can create love through you and make society, period, but America amazing. And the woman was created from the man in his image so she can carry out your orders. Love passed down to her. Watch over your children for you. It's not normal, guys. So you're going to have to tough it out, overcome it. You won't regret it. You're going to make some mistakes along the way. That's going to happen. Oh, that's going to happen. But it's not normal. And you don't want to half-ass do things. Do it right. Baby, we can do it right. Do it, baby. Do it tonight. Do it right. Amazing. And don't be afraid of tough times. Tough times make you tougher if you deal with it right. If you overreact to it, it makes you weaker. I went through hell. Believe me, I went through hell. And when I moved, I had different apartments and different jobs and different everything. But it just made me a better person, stronger. God is with you, guys. He'll make you strong. You can't make yourself strong. You just don't need to complain. Look how the black men nowadays, older ones and younger ones, they complain like little females. They're complaining about white supremacists. They believe white people are superior to them because their parents didn't prepare them to be a man and do their thing. They go to female counselors and female psychiatrists and female this and that, like a little woman. And they tell her all their personal business. That's not normal. Women cannot handle your business. They can't even have their own. They need you. Go out and just tough it, see it through, tough it. Don't feel sorry for yourself, and don't let anyone else feel sorry for you. Tough it out. And don't let mama tell you, oh, Lord have mercy, baby. You need to stay here and save some money. You need to save money. She's lying to you. She wants to control you. I know a guy that saved money with mama. Made buku money and saved it. And then when he got ready to use the money to move or do his thing, mama had spent all his money. And he didn't know it. It's a battle between good and evil. And man, you are created in the image of God. And the image of the woman is created in Satan. And Satan's image hates the image of God. It's a spiritual deal, really. But you're not supposed to worry about that. You're supposed to deal with that and help the woman overcome it, not live in it. Women can't help it. It's time to wake up. It really is. The world going crazy. These women are taking over and all hell breaking loose. They're complaining now about men who think that they're women playing women's sports. And at first I thought, wow, that's crazy. But the women brought that into existence. So they're getting what they brought into existence. They brought hell in. Now the hell is happening to them. They have tried to destroy men's sports and everything that's manly. Men clubs and men this, men golf, men everything. So now you have men playing in your sport. You're getting what you created. That's the hell that was created, but the men allowed you to do it. And now you're complaining about it. What the? Our battle is a spiritual battle, a warfare between good and evil. And it's not the female physical self that hate the male physical self. It's the spirit in the woman, which is of Satan, that hate the spirit in the man, which is of God. It's the way it is. That's why women turn you against your fathers. They play victim. It makes you think that they're a victim when they're really victimizers. And y'all need to wake up because the women need you. They really do. There's nothing worse than a pitiful man. Nothing worse than a pitiful man. A man that would lay on a couch and tell the woman their problem. A man that would come home. Oh, my day was rough. The boss was mean. I got angry. I can't handle it no more. Women don't want to hear that. Those who want to hear it, they only want to hear it so they can control you. Really, they don't want to hear it because they love you. They want to hear it so they can control, and they'll control you, and they'll use it for the rest of your life. If you ever try to stand up, they'll remind you that you're the weak one. That's why you should move into their homes. You shouldn't follow them from state to state with their stupid jobs. They should follow you. Every time the man listens to the woman, he suffers. And you will suffer. God said that. I didn't look at Adam and Eve. Adam listened to Eve. She became his God. And Adam suffered. Just think about it. Open your eyes and think about it. Every time you follow the woman from one place to another, what do you catch? Hell. Because now she believes she's better than you or as manly as you. And she'll remind you of it. And you're dating these older women, those are your mothers. A man ain't got nobody to date an older woman or a woman who have children. She needs to stay single if she's not with her children's fathers so those kids can have one parent. They don't need you to come in there. The kid's not going to respect you, and the woman won't either. What a mess. But you can get it right. Each individual man can take a look at himself, and it'll start to change. God will cause it to change. He will. The world is weak because the men are weak. And you're not supposed to have fear. It's abnormal for men to have fear. God is your father, and in him There is no fear. That's why you must return to your earthly father, and through him you return to your spiritual father, and you shall have no fear. Breitbart is reporting that according to a survey by Axio, 80% of Americans, 80% of Americans plan to continue wearing masks. 80%. And nearly 2/3 plan to continue social distancing, even after they receive the coronavirus vaccine. Now, I don't necessarily believe polls anymore anyway. I don't know how true that is. It just seemed true because I see so many people walking around those things. So take that with a grain of salt, with a grain of salt, all right? Because it might not be true. The polls lie. They just outright lie down. The media lie, the polls, everybody lie. Just lie. Anyway, each individual get to know yourself. You'll see that I'm not making this up. Return to your fathers. There will come a day when I will return the children to the fathers and the fathers to the children. That's at hand. And don't believe anything your mother said about your father. Ask him. Let it go in one ear and out the other till you talk to him. Because 99.999.9, no, of the women not going to tell you the truth about your father. The grandmother's not going to tell you the truth. Don't believe it. So many children hate their fathers with their mother's anger, thinking that there is their own because they have identified with the wrong spirit. And when these women take over, it's over. They want to take care of you, and they'll turn you into little wimpy boys and judge you on it. The AP is reporting that, and this is what happened when you let these women take over government, over businesses, over schools, over anything. All hell break loose. AP is reporting that the mayor of Oakland, California, announced a privately, listen to this, the mayor of Oakland, California, announced a privately funded program that would give low-income families, black low-income families of color, $500 per month with no rules on how they can spend it. Here's that soundbite.
Today, Oakland, California launches one of the largest guaranteed income demonstrations to date in the nation. 600 Oakland families will receive $500 a month for 18 months. Our vision is an Oakland that has closed the racial wealth gap and where all families thrive. And we believe that guaranteed income is the most transformative policy that can achieve this vision and whose time has come. We believe that poverty is not personal failure, it is policy failure.
See, that's an evil female, and she's presented it with a spirit that makes it look like it's about love. Poverty is personal failure. It's personal failure, by definition. And we all know that it is. This female is lying. And those people that are going to get them some money, free money, by the time that end, they're going to be fat pigs who can't even walk out their own home. And if you stop the money, they'll go violent on you. Because once you give it to them, you can't take it away. That's an evil female that's running Oakland City right now into the ground. And the man just, she's giving me money. That's somebody else's money anyway, tax dollars from the workers. But she'll give you the money, you roll over and go vote for her because you think that that's love. Poverty is personal failure. When I first moved to LA, I used to, and we started my show, we went downtown to film some of the homeless people. And it was like 31 years ago now. And I saw these men, black men on the streets. And I asked them, what happened? How did you give up on yourself that you just sit out on the streets and do drugs and let someone feed you in a homeless shelter? And many of them said they became drug addicts because they had nothing to do in their homes. The mother let them live there and nothing to do, and they became addicted. And they either got thrown out of the family or they just left and went and relied on the government. Anyway, that's all I got to say about it. Amazing. And don't forget to like, follow, tweet, subscribe, and share the Just Lee Peterson radio show, folks. We really appreciate it. We are at war. It is a spiritual battle for the soul of America. And it's going to take all of us to do it.